Hey guys, Biggsy here, and welcome to episode number 5 of Rare and Collectible PlayStation 4 games. I've been having lots of fun with this series, guys. It's got me definitely going really hard collecting for the PS4. There's lots of games I want to get to show you guys. I've got lots of suggestions from you guys, which is awesome. I've actually wrote down every single game that you guys have suggested. So if you haven't seen a game in this series, but you think it's a rare or collectible PS4 game today or in the future, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll probably try and track one down and show you guys in a future video. With that said, I've got a big stack of PS4 games to show you guys. A lot of these are already pretty hard to find. Some of them are pretty easy to find at the moment. They're cheap, but they're very limited stock. Others are expensive already, and the prices don't seem to be dropping. Yeah, so there's definitely a big mix of games in here, but we'll get to that when we get to the certain game. First one we will talk about, and these are all in alphabetical order as well. I do go through from the start from A to Z every episode. This one takes us down to O. I am picking up new games, so that will increase the amount of games I'm showing you guys. So I don't think we've seen any games from O onwards yet in this entire series. So there's still heaps to show you guys. So expect another 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 episodes, guys. The first game is Adventure Origins. This is another Tedesco title. At least in Australia in particular, this game is not even on eBay. I know for the PS3 the copy is very hard to find, and being a Tedesco title, I would assume this would carry over with the PS4 title. So if you guys see this one in the wild, I picked my copy up for $28 to give you guys a reference. If you see it under the $30 mark, I'd definitely be grabbing it, guys. So that is Adventure Chronicles. I have played this one. Think of this as like a poor man's Uncharted. I did have fun playing it though. We have another Tedesco title here, and shout out to Sean for the tip on this one. This one is Among the Sleep. It is, I believe, a horror game. And again, there are no copies in Australia on eBay, at least for the Australian version. That says to me early on, because the market is flooded with PS4 games right now. If you can't find a game in 2021, it's probably going to be hard to find in the future. So here we have, again, Among the Sleep. I picked my copy up for $28 at EB Games. If you guys see a copy, I'd definitely be grabbing it. Any of these Tedesco titles seem to be pretty collectible, guys. They're a really good publisher. They make great games. Yeah, I would definitely be adding that publisher to your Atlas, NIS America list, etc. Again, we have Among the Sleep. Another JRPG. This one's from Idea Factory. It is Arc of Alchemist. Now, I don't believe these have anything to do with the Atelier games. Pretty sure they don't. It looks like a pretty cool JRPG. I've never seen this in the wild for a reasonable price. I've seen it for like $60 before. However, I found one on eBay for $30 sealed, so I was pretty happy with that. There were a few copies on eBay. But like I've said, I've never seen one for a good price in the wild. I suspect this to be pretty hard to find in the future, guys. That is Arc of Alchemist. Another JRPG and another Atelier game for this series. Thank you to Ben for this one. We have Atelier, the Alchemist of the Mysterious Book. This might be one of the hardest Australian ones to get anyway. I'm not sure about America, guys, or Europe. Certainly over here, this one's very hard to find. Being an Atelier game, though, in all regions, this one's going to be one that you want to add to the collection. So if you see this one under $50, guys, I would be picking it up. I wouldn't expect the Atelier games to drop in price anytime in the future. In fact, the PS2 Atelier games can be more expensive than the PS3 or 4 ones. So another game that I mentioned in a previous video, but I did pick up the Australian version. So that is Bendy and the Ink Machine. It took me about 4 months to find this one. Shout out to Mr. Azure for the tip. The Australian version really eluded me, guys. I know there are a lot of North American copies imported here. I'm not sure what it's like overseas. You guys can let me know in the comments, but yeah, I definitely found this one pretty hard to find. And also it's quite expensive, being a horror game, so I would expect it to maintain its value and possibly go up in the future, guys. That one is Bendy and the Ink Machine. The next game we're going to speak about is Death's End Request 2. This is another Idea Factory. Now this actually comes with a slipcover, guys, so be sure to keep your eyes out for that Day 1 edition slipcover. I do have it, but I won't be showing it in this video. There was a first Death's End Request release for the PS4. I don't have that one yet. That should tell you guys alone that it's pretty hard to find. I haven't found a copy under $50, if I can be honest. This one I found at my local store for $38, I believe. So that is Death's End Request. I haven't played it. It does look pretty cool. But yeah, I've got so many games on my backlog, guys, that you can only play so many things at once. And I've been diving into Stardew Valley for a second time on the Switch, and I'm loving it again. Another JRPG. This one I did have a bit of trouble finding, and that is Disgaea 1 Complete. This is another NIS America game. As you guys know, NIS America are a very good publisher. All their games tend to be really collectible in the future, so I would recommend you guys picking up Disgaea 1, the complete version, if you do see it for the PS4. I believe I paid around $35 for this one, which is pretty expensive. But all things considered, I don't believe I would see this again in the wild. It was the only copy out of all the 4 EB Game stores in my city, and there were no copies at any of the JB Hi-Fi stores, so I'm pretty happy to have grabbed this one, guys. So again, we have Disgaea 1 Complete. Now I'm going to show you guys a North American exclusive. Please correct me if I'm wrong. This may have had a PAL release. I just can confirm it didn't have an Australian release. I got my copy when I was in Vancouver in 2018. That is Firefighters Airport Fire Department. It looks really cool, guys. I'm a fan of these simulation type games. It seems to be going for about $30 on eBay now. I picked this up for $15 a few years ago. I'd say this would be one that would be probably harder to find in the future. I'm just speculating, of course. But if you've seen this one, guys, I'd definitely pick it up in the wild. I'm sure that it's a game that's going to be cleared out from retail stores at a certain point. That, again, is Firefighters Airport Fire Department. And if you do know if this had a PAL release, please let us know in the comments. So the next game we're going to show, I have to thank Russ for. We have Harvest Moon Light of Hope SE, the complete edition. As I just mentioned, I'm playing Stardew Valley, so obviously Harvest Moon's right up my alley, guys. I'm looking forward to playing this one. I'll probably dive in once I'm finished with Stardew Valley. The Harvest Moon games go back to the N64, PlayStation 1 games. They're farming simulators with like a town people that you can interact with and collect resources and fish. And yeah, they're great games. You see this one for the PS4, I definitely pick it up. It's a game that you won't see on the shelves for very long. It's a very popular series, and I believe it'll be quite collectible in the future. So that again is Harvest Moon Light of Hope Special Edition, the Complete Edition. Here's a game that I didn't even know had a PS4 release. I went and got a Switch version because I thought it was exclusive. Again, shout out to Russ for helping me track down this one. There was only 3 copies in Australia at EB Games. 2 of them were on the Gold Coast. I asked Russ to help me out. He grabbed one. He asked me if he should get the second one. I told him definitely. And it was disc only, unfortunately. That just should show you guys how uncommon this game is already. There's none on eBay. And that is Hollow Knight for the PS4, the Australian version. Any region of this will be very hard to find, guys. If you see Hollow Knight in the wild, definitely grab it. I believe I paid $38 for this one. Which, considering what it is, isn't too bad. I paid more for the Switch copy. This is meant to be an absolutely brilliant game. I do apologize, I haven't played it as of yet. It's high up on my list to play. I really want to dig in. I won't be opening my Switch copy, it's sealed, so I will be playing it on the PS5. So that one again is Hollow Knight, guys. So if you see this one, definitely pick it up. I believe this in the future will be a very, very, very hard game to find. And it will be very desired by a lot of collectors. Another game that is North American exclusive. We have Katamari Damacy Reroll. I'm a big fan of the Katamari series. I got my first introduction on the PS3. It's a great game where you basically start as a ball of treasure and you roll around collecting more treasure, making your ball bigger, and you want to basically consume the whole world. This one was only released in America, guys. You can get it pretty cheap though. But being a North American exclusive and a Katamari game, excuse me, I believe this will be quite collectible in the future. So I would be looking to import this one, or if you are in America, to track down this one sooner rather than later. Again, that is Katamari Damacy Reroll. Pronunciations get me again. Here we have an interesting one. This is a double pack. It is Killing Floor 2 and Killing Floor 1, the VR version. Now, this particular version, I believe, will be quite collectible in the future, particularly being a VR game. I believe a lot of the VR games will be quite collectible in the future, guys. I found this one quite cheap. It is a little bit expensive online, but if you see this one in the wild under $20, I would definitely grab it. It's a bit of a speculation that it's going to go up, but I have a feeling that it might. Now, this next game, I know that it's collectible already. There is no copies on eBay. I was shocked at how hard it was to find this game in 2021. I'm lucky enough to have a sealed copy. I got it a couple of years ago. That is Marvel Pinball, the Epic Collection Volume 1. It's a Marvel game. 2, it's a pinball game. I'm not sure about the licensings, but I'm pretty sure this only had one print. And all around the world, guys, there's not many copies on eBay. As I've said in this video already, it's 2021. If you can't find many copies of the PS4 game for sale, it's going to be hard to find in the future. This is one I would be adding to the top of your list to find if you're a PS4 collector. That is Marvel Pinball Epic Collection Volume 1. I believe I paid $10 for my copy. I wouldn't be paying eBay prices, guys. I still think you can get this for a good price, but I would be looking for this one sooner rather than later. So that again is Marvel Pinball Epic Collection Volume Number 1. Now here's one that is definitely hard to find because I still don't have the Australian version. I've never actually seen it in the wild. I picked this up in Malta, and that is Nero. It's another Tedesco title. I knew about it before I seen it in Malta. I knew that it was a hard game to get. The only copy I've ever seen in the wild, and that was in 2017. I've been collecting for the PS4 pretty much since day dot, guys. So if I've only seen a game once in the wild where I go to game shops every week, that's going to say it's pretty hard to find. I did see copies on eBay, so it's not impossible to find. But I would definitely pick this one up if you see it, guys. That is Nero. It stands for Nothing Ever Remains Obscure. I have heard good things about it being a game. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's about. But I do know for a fact it's very hard to find, and I believe in the future this one will be one that PS4 collectors will want. So that is Nero. I will be looking to add this to your collection very soon. Another game I picked up when I was over in Malta, that is Knights of Azure. I did mention to you guys that I had this version. I wanted to show you guys the Australian version, but I haven't been able to find that one. So I figured I'd not delay it. So here is Knights of Azure. We have seen the second one, however I believe the first one is a little bit harder to find. At least in my experience, where I still haven't got an Australian copy of the first one. But I've seen the second one many times. Again, it's a JRPG, guys. This one did get quite critically renowned when it was released. I heard a lot of people raving about it. It was the reason I actually picked up my copy. I picked it up to play, and it was just one of those things that I'd never got around to it, and I've bought so many games since then that it just got pushed further and further back. But we'll be looking at getting this one, guys, and that is Knights of Azure. Now, the last game we're going to talk about is already very rare. It's already a very collectible game. It's on multiple systems. the PS2, 3, 4, and the Vita. However, I would be looking to get it on the PS4 if you are a mad PS4 collector, and that is Odin Spear by Atlas. As you guys know, this was the last game I need for a full PS3 set, but I managed to have found a PS4 copy quite recently for, I believe, $52, which for Odin Spear is a good price. This I've seen sell for $100. Yeah, so if you did see this one in the wild, guys, definitely grab it. There is a collector's edition as well. It is very expensive already. As all Atlas titles are, they are very collectible. They have a good fan base. The games are amazing, and they don't produce many copies. All those things says this is a rare and collectible game. So if you guys see Odin Spear, definitely be grabbing it. To show you guys all the games we've seen today. Here's one pile. Here is a second pile. If you guys stayed around till this part of the video, let me know in the comments by saying the word oranges. Just leave the word oranges in your comment and I'll know you made it to this point in the video. I've never done something like this before, so I want to see how many oranges can get in the comments, even if it's just like an emoji. I thought that would be cool. If you've made it this far, please subscribe if you haven't already. Obviously enjoyed it. It only takes 2 seconds and it means the world to me. Thanks again for watching this series, guys. You guys have been great watching these videos every day. I'm, again, going out pursuing the PS4 like I did for the PS3. I'm having great enthusiasm for the PS4 right now. I'm loving it. And I'm going to share all my knowledge I get with you guys. With that said, thanks for watching. I've been Figsy. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you later. Peace.